现在在 Morristown 的停车场，等一下，我们1点钟和几个其他的家长去和这个 Morristown 的学区的总监去谈这个关于把农历新年放到这个日历上的问题。原因是他们现在呢把这个叫 Diwali 和 Eid 啊，就一个是印度人的节日，那一个是这个穆斯林人的节日，那么2个都在校历上。2025年的一个效力，但是呢，就是春节没在啊，农历新年没有在。那么之前在通过这个 Diwali 和 Eid 的时候呢，本来是要把这个农历春节一起放上去的，后来就是不知道是什么原因，把农历春节就是单独的砍掉了，那其他的2个呢是放到校历上的。那么后面我们有家长去争取，那说是在今年的这个Proof 2026年的效力之前呢，会对我们这边有一个商谈也好，或者怎么样也好，就是有一个讨论啊。但是呢，其实就是我们这边的代表叫 Cindy， 他没有收到任何的通知。后面是在学校的网站上看到2026年的这个效力已经 prove 了就是2025年到2026年的这个效力已经 prove 了。然后呢，上面当然没有春节哈，那所以相当于就是说，其实学区这边没有和我们这边做任何的商量或任何通气告知一声，什么都没有啊，所以我们就是约了今年1点钟先和这个来这边的中学和这个学区总监去开会，然后我们应该总共是几个人？4个人吧，现在4个还是5个人？5个人，4个还是5个人？对。然后晚上在7点钟的时候呢，就是学区这边还有一个董事会，到时候呢会有更多的家长，包括像我会把孩子们还有孩子的爸爸也都会来，大家会在这个上面去发言啊，因为这样就是说你非常的不公平，对吧？那你首先呢就是体现在很多层面上，你如果要是说要平等相视，对吧？如果你同样是这个少数族裔的节日，最开始都是这个一个 package， 那么为什么要把我们 drop off？ 那如果 drop off， 而且我们后面又经过了这种各种程序去申请、去发邮件等等也好，那你没有通过，至少要给一个说法，对吧？你说是为什么啊？那可能就是比如明年也好，或者后面怎么也好，或者是有什么考虑，起码有一个通气，什么都没有啊，所以就是说其实是非常的怎么讲，不重视和不尊重吧，就是会有这样的一种感觉。那请大家关注后面的时候给大家更新哈。OK， 这里是学校。
Evening, I'm Cindy Joe. I stand before you today as a concerned community member who believes in fairness, transparency, and representation. Nearly a year ago, we asked administration to recognize Lunar New Year as a school holiday, yet the 2025-2026 school calendar does not include it. What's worse, this decision was made without transparency or meaningful community input. We only found out by looking at the approved calendar, nearly a month later. This was just not an oversight. It was a deliberate exclusion from the process. The Asian community is often seen as quiet, but silence should never be mistaken for acceptance. We are here to say, unequivocally, that we deserve to be seen, heard, and included in decisions that shape our children's future. Transparency matters. It is essential. A decision affecting the entire community should not happen behind closed doors. Fairness matters. Some cultural holidays are recognized while others are denied. This sends a message of exclusion. Mental health must be considered. Feeling unseen takes a toll. Did the board consider how this affects Asian students? We are not asking for special treatment. We are only asking for fair treatment. If Lunar New Year is a logistical challenge, how do you explain accommodation for Eid, Diwali, and Jewish holiday? Other top-performing districts have made it work. Why not Morristown? Morristown is evolving, as you explained. Embracing change does not weaken us. It makes us stronger. Our school should reflect the diverse, inclusive community we aspire to be. We ask the board to revisit and amend the 2025 and 2026 school calendar. The time for discussions has passed. It is time for action. Other districts have made the changes. Morristown can and should do the same. These decisions appear discriminatory against the Asian community, but I believe this is not the legacy that you want to leave behind. You have a very diverse group of people here. Challenge the status quo. Hold each other accountable. So I ask you to reflect. If this were your child asking for fairness, how would you feel?
I thought times have changed, but this feels confusing and hopeful. Food is my way of sharing cuisines with my friends. In the same way, I want my friends to appreciate and respect my culture, my holiday, and my traditions.
10 top-rated schools in New Jersey, 8 of them, they have Lunar New Year as their holiday. So they have that day off. Either it's publicly written as Lunar New Year or it says winter break. Regardless, it's off that day. From 11th to the 20th schools, I believe was 6 out of 10, they recognized Lunar New Year. Also, I believe the day's also off. Just like everyone else, our students deserve to be seen, heard, and respected. While again, Eid and Diwali were recognized as a holiday in 2022, Lunar New Year got dropped off, and I'm wondering why. We then followed all the procedures and processes, but never received any notification. Cindy found out the proof of the calendar for 2026 on the website herself. We feel being very disrespected and undervalued. By excluding Lunar New Year, the district is sending a message that all culture and tradition don't matter. It is disheartening and makes many of us feel ignored and mistreated. Our kids are very confused about why the school recognized Diwali and Eid as holidays but not Lunar New Year. Even though there are more Asian students than Muslim students, it feels unfair and it sends the message that their culture is less or not important. This has become a huge issue, forcing students to choose between celebrating the most important festival with their families or attending school. No child should have to face that choice. Lunar New Year deserves the same recognition as other cultural holidays. So we're here as many of our students need to go to school tomorrow and we work all day. We stayed here. So we're here to request our board to modify the calendar for 2026 and make Lunar New Year a recognized school holiday. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alexander Penrose. I'm here, and I just want to say, as like a half Asian student, I think it's very unfair that everybody else, like from Ramadan and Diwali, they get their holiday, but we don't. And I think that's very unfair because I want to spend this holiday with the Lunar New Year with my family and not need to worry about like needing to miss school. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rob Penrose, and I know it's getting a little late, so I'll try to make this brief. I heard it mentioned earlier today that this seems to be a full house, so I wonder what the issue could be. I'm telling you right now, I think this is an interesting position to stand on, but I'm here in support of the Lunar New Year. I want to make sure that everyone is clear on kind of the reasons why we have such a full house tonight and why we have people here with prepared statements. We have, I don't know what the exact demographics are. I'm sure you all know better than me. 9% Asian community in this holiday right now, and then we've got about reaching 16% for the school district. And I'm sure that's going to be growing, judging by the number of residents versus the number of students that we have here. So I'm sure that with prepared statements and the amount of passion that we see going on, this is not an issue that's going to go away anytime soon. So I think that there's a couple things that need to be addressed in relation to Lunar New Year. Number one, it's reinstatement on the agenda for the calendar, and also addressing some of these transparency issues, frankly. I think that's an important one to address, and I think that's an important question.
I know you've heard this a lot today, but I'm asking the Board of Education to add Lunar New Year as a recognized holiday. I want to expand on a point that I heard earlier, that during the pandemic, a lot of people started targeting their hate towards the Asian community, asking if we could give the virus. The reason for a lot of misconceptions like these is because we don't share enough information. And I regret to admit this, but a lot of that can be traced to our fault. We weren't ever open enough to share that information with the public. But now, because we are sharing this, because we are asking to make Lunar New Year a holiday and other holidays recognized in Asian culture, the only person who can be blamed for not adding it is the Board of Education. We are pushing to have this as a recognized holiday because it's a part of our culture.
I'd like to say that Lunar New Year is also known as Chinese New Year, but is significant to many Asian cultures such as China, South Korea, Vietnam, Japan, the Philippines, and more. It is also celebrated by 1.8 billion people worldwide. However, the institution of Lunar New Year in the calendar is more than a celebration of Asian culture. It is a means of education and acceptance of our Asian community.
To be honest, we really do feel that the school district is a school district that cares about almost all students, but one small group. This is no longer a very small group, right? So I really do invite you to reconsider your decision. We think it's actually a good decision to go back and change your decision for the coming school calendar year. Being kind of like pretty data driven, we did a lot of research and we know that it is possible and it is actually practiced a lot in school district like this and near us. Finally, I also want to say we are not going away. So if this issue is not handled in a way that is transparent and fair, if we're still not included in this decision-making process, we're going to be seeing you a lot. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's the decision.